All right, everyone. Welcome once again to NGS. This time we got a special evening lined up. We got ourselves double heroic matches back to back. If you consider, 2 hours between matches technically back to back, but they are back to back for me. So we're going to start things off with 2+2, who has been very dominant this season in general, and they will be facing off against Taco team, who has been not so dominant this season so far, as the records between both teams are 4-3-0 for 2+2 and 0-1-7 for Taco team. So hopefully Taco team will be able to pull out, a win, maybe their first, domination victory. But I'm hoping things will be good between these two teams. 2+2, I've casted them before, are a very solid team. So we'll see what happens. Let's now head on into the draft. And I got a special something now for the draft as well. Toss it on up. We're gonna see if it actually works. All right, so we are in Dragonshire. We're going to be starting things off here with Sonya Ban from 2+2. They do have first pick, and Sonya was shown to be, fairly strong in the hands of Equinox during the HGC Crucible. Unfortunately, he's not going to be returning for the next HGC season, but maybe we'll see him again in the future. So starting things off, we're going to have a Maya ban on the side of Taco team, and an immediate pickup without hesitation with the Diablo. I like the Diablo pickup. It does give the opportunity for Garage to be picked up, of course, but it's interesting because Garage and Diablo are both strong against each other in various ways. Diablo, should he charge, has no escape at that point, which then means it's easy pickings for Diablo to throw him even further back into the team. But at the same time, he does percent damage once he gets Devastating Charge, and Devastating Charge will, really, really do a number on Garage's HP pool. So I'm interested in seeing if they still opt for Garage, or if they opt for someone else here. You could go with Johanna, who's seeing a lot more, a lot more play, particularly because of like all the pulls and all the CC that is really allowing Johanna to thrive, since she can stop that from happening. So I am definitely interested in how this will play out. We got that Garage, we got the Malfurion, so I'm pretty certain we'll see a Stukov here. There's kind of like interesting part where if you don't pick up Stukov or Malf in the early phase, the enemy team will, ban out the other team. So what's interesting is we're gonna get we're gonna get Falstad and Tychus. I like the Tychus. Tychus was just buffed, so there's several things we need to talk about here. Barrage was slightly nerfed. We have Malfurion, who was slightly nerfed. Falstad, who had no changes. Diablo, no changes. Barrage had a 0.25 second stun reduction and a 5% increase in the slow. Tychus, with the bigger they are, is goddamn bonkers. Like, I don't even know why they would up the bigger they are. It's a 2-second cooldown reduction on them at this point. And 2-second cooldown reduction on minigun is huge. Like they buffed it at one point before, where it was 40% health pool and higher. Now it's down to 35%. At the end of the day, that's a lot of DPS that he's going to be dishing out, especially against Garage. So like the way this would optimally go, Tychus burns Garage down, Diablo wall bangs him, and you have a dead Garage. Now we're going to see a Cassia ban. So this is interesting choice. You don't see Cassia too much. I wonder if this is a targeted ban against Hako team, or if they're opting for even more auto attacks coming on through here. Because Falstat's probably going to be going Giant Killer. I'm assuming this is what they're opting for. Seasoned Marksman, Giant Killer, and Garage is going to just be melted from all the HP damage that's going to be done against him. And, well, you won't have much of a chance if as Garage to really do anything. That's kind of the thing. Like, HP damage always being Garage's weakness, and really it seems like they're putting all their eggs in the basket of just melting through Garage and leaving them with no tank whatsoever. So the ban of a Rhaegar has come on out. I'm interested in why they chose the Rhaegar ban instead of like the Stukov. The Stukov is still available. This is a really fast draft, like snap picks on both sides. We got the Jaina and the Greymane. So Jaina is really good in combination with the Garage and the Malfurion, throw into Root, into Blizzards, and they could potentially obliterate anyone very, very easily like that. Greymane, so Greymane is a competent laner. He will help clear that up pretty nicely. They don't have enough CC to truly be frightening at this point, in that you're not going to have... They could potentially pick up another warrior, but I'm not quite certain, because Falstad will be more than likely the solo lane. He doesn't need to be, because he optimally will be actually, stacking his seasoned marksman in the 4-man. Like, that's the most optimal way to stack it. But they're getting real spicy here. We're going to see Amuro come on out, and Karazim as well. Ooh. This is really interesting. They really are all in on the percent damage. Like, Barrage walks forward, he's dead. He gets 7-sided striked, he gets minigunned, he gets, giant killered, he gets wall banged. He's out of it. Real easy to kill him. And, I'm not liking the chances of Garage actually surviving in these team fights. Final pickup. They could have Greymane in the solo lane, because he could trade up on the Falstad, especially as he gets levels. But they might actually want another warrior here. This is kind of a catch-22. If you get another warrior, you help negate some of the value of Karazim in that 7-sided strike, if they go 7-sided strike. If they put 2 warriors in that 7-sided strike, less damage to the Garage, but that means there's more value for the Tychus and potentially the Falstad. So they're going to have Arthas as the final pickup, and Arthas does get quite a bit of value against this team. He has the roots that he can keep stacking a lot easier against Samuro. He has the Frozen Waste, which will stack much easier as well. And additionally, it really hurts Samuro's clones until he can get level 20 if he takes Illusion Master. Now, I'm assuming they're going to have the Samuro either roam, or he will be doing the top lane. So right now the poll is 50-50. I'm trying this out for the first time. We'll see if enough people start partaking in the polls, and start this here up. Action is about to begin. So my take is that Garage is going to be absolutely erased from the game very, very quickly. It's going to be very, very evident as well. And it's going to be very, very evident that that oh my god, I need to fix this real fast. Sorry guys. God, where is it?
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Okay, we're gonna just have to hold off for now. We have to find. All right. So heading on into this game, make sure everything is right. We're good. We're good. So starting this up for Taco Team, we got Marl Bryan on the Arthas. We got Dark Link. Can't actually see who he is. Dark Link is going to be playing the Jaina. We got Volek on the Garage, Draco on the Greymane, and Marmoon on the Malfurion. And that is going to be Taco Team. This is not Taco Tuesday, unfortunately, which would have made it even more epic. On the other side, we got McNulty on Diablo, Axon on the Tychus, Krovan on the Falstad, Flyest Raven on the Karazim, and finally in the top we've got Reb on that Samuro, and that is going to be 2+2. And that's exactly where they're at right now. There's only 4 members left up after the nice roots in place by a Taco Team take him down pretty early. Axon getting tossed on in there. This is not what you want to see. 2 down really fast. This is really going to screw up their rotations, and well, they have Karazim who has to sit down here. Falstad sitting in the mid lane. Wrong key hit. So taking a look, we will have that Season Marksman. We will have Iron Fist. We do have a Dash as the choice and Way of the Wind. Well, other side we got the Rhyme. Ooh, we're getting some spicy choices here. And Fingers of Frost, Nature Swiftness, Wolfheart coming on out, and Warbreaker. Rhyme is very interesting, and it makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, it doesn't make a lot of sense against, Tychus, who will blow through them pretty quickly. In the solo lane, though, it does have a lot of value. And right now, we do have a one top. The 1v1 is pretty even. There's the root from Marl. Reb will have to back on out of there. And we are back with, Siege Camp picked up, still fighting, clearing it on up. And the XP is actually in Taco Team's favor. We will, see 5 stacks, only 16 souls at the moment. And we're also going to see the Vengeful Roots being picked on up here. Top lane, okay, no big deal. Swap them around. I like the Arthas pick for the top lane against that Samuro. It's really seems to be working out. In the mid lane, though, they're going to be actually picking this up in time. No, they do secure bottom, neutralizing this. So they're forcing them back and forth. You can see both teams going back and forth. Samuro's actually fine. Marl is fine. We have a McNulty playing, the ward, and we have Falstad on top coming in. Marl Bryan landing a nice route to keep Krovan from really doing much of anything here. So far, Taco Team is looking really good, really solid. I think they're going to be outscaled potentially, but we're going to see how it goes. I mean, right now they're looking, solid. With the Jaina wave clear, they're able to get these rotations really easily. Arthas can hold the top lane for the most part, and they're actually going to have Samuro doing the camp, but Krovan taking a lot of damage, going to have to back on out. At this point, he cannot 1v1, especially with the Rhyme. That Rhyme is super good. 60%, and Volek is going to be only at 1 stack of Warbreaker. He does have the Indomitable as well. We got the Thick Skin coming on out. Good choice here against all this, auto damage. And in the mid lane, we're going to have some T-Tor action as McNulty gets taken out. And they will not have to worry because they have the man advantage here. In the top lane, Marl Bryan pushing on in still. And without Samuro there, it's actually an easier lane for Marl. As long as if he can land his roots, it basically is an easy street win for him there. And bottom, Flyest Raven juking it out, but he makes it out regardless of Draco coming on and trying to munch on that booty. top lane, we still got Kroven. This Night Camp is going to apply the pressure they really need to, you know, stop this cap from happening. Reb doing a nice job interrupting, jumping around, taking a lot of damage though, and he will have to back on out. In the meantime, bot lane, Garage has been a 3-man. Reb stopping them from capping it. They devote a lot of resources, Taco team, to try to pick up that, you know, Dragonite, and because they devote a ton of resources there, it makes it a 3v1, and very nicely done from 2+2 there. So for level 7s, we're going to have the Diabolical Momentum, the Boomerang, McNulty coming on in, looking for Jaina, Darklink running on out, nice root from Moon, but it's not going to matter. First DK of the game onto the side of 2+2. So looking at the rest of them, we got the Relentless Soldier, the Burning Blade coming on out. We also have the Bigger They Are, the Mirage, the Earth Ally, and the Hammer Gains. This DK is unfortunately not being used very effectively, in my opinion. Like, you can see there's 40 seconds left and they just nuked it. Like, they get only a single tower out of it, and that's going to be all they gain. The bot lane, they pick up 1 tower as well. This is a bit of a situation to me. For the DK, you're allowed to walk back. Like, your mouse is still usable on the DK, obviously, since you can move them. So, like, the best thing to do is Q, walk back, Q, walk back, and then engage before, you know, you waste the DK, like getting in some swings. But you keep them locked up here even longer. Kroven is going to be able to get away. Jaina sticking her face out a little too early. Really, the way that should have gone is Balakin in the Q, the DPS coming on out, and the root coming on out simultaneously. Nice pickup from Draco to pick up these camps. They're going to have the response already, and Draco now going for, you know, the next night camp. And it's a 10 versus 9 situation though. 10s, we're going to get the APOC, we're going to get the Illusion Master, the Divine Palm, Mighty Gust, and Commandeer Odin. So we're not going to see the 7-sided strike, which I was thinking they'd go with, but that's perfectly fine. You know, fly a Straven accent and get in the bottom camp. This will apply a lot of pressure. They still have the siege. They actually will get a decent advantage here as long as they can hold the siege with these knights, or before they get taken down. So they will indeed do so. In the meantime, we have Marl rotating back on top. Draco coming on in after I believe tapping for there's the engage. Nothing's going to land from the APOC. McNulty taking a lot of damage, tossed on back in. There's the taunt and the gust. The palm has come out as well, and it's not going to matter. The throw in for Draco is chasing the booty. The Ring of Frost connecting with nobody there, and we have the flank from Reb with the illusion. The flank is not going to do anything. So a lot burnt on the side of both teams. We had Palm used, Gust used, APOC used, and we had the taunt, first bullet, alongside of the Ring of Frost. If they picked up the water elemental there, I'm pretty certain they would have gotten the kill. I feel not enough people value the water elemental, especially because level 20, it's a significantly better heroic, in my opinion, especially with Icy Veins and Winter Mute. You're just like pouring out the damage like crazy. In the meantime, we got a double team on Marl. He is trying to get on out of there, using that Frozen Waste, trying to slow him down. There's the root, and he gets the tap. They are still chasing after him. They will not be able to secure the kill. Reb going on in, still looking for Kroven there. There's the barrel roll over. Marl trying his best. The Gust on place, and they will secure the kill, and they will also secure a kill in the bot lane. Very nicely done. So this is DK number 2, very likely coming on out. So the engage in bot lane may have not looked good, but they're getting a lot across the map still. It's a 13 versus 11 situation, 3-3 kills. We also, I failed to mention, we had the Army of the Dead, the Ring of the Frost, Twilight Dream, Cursed Bullet, and finally, the APOC combination is going to land. The root, though, trying to peel. The Ring of Frost will help Draco get out of there. The Unstoppable on Odin isn't going to matter because he gets the Divine Palm, but was sitting there eating all the damage. The Q from Garage, but First Blood is going to be onto Arthas in this fight, and followed up by the Garage. And they are now sieging at this wall with a big big lead. Nice palm from Fly Straven, ensuring that we had Axon staying up there. So that looked a little dicey because of how close Axon was to action, that he ate a ton of damage. But I mean, it was kind of an easy palm in that the damage wasn't coming out quick enough to secure the kill, and Fly's Raven gets that palm. He's back in that fight, and then all of a sudden Arthas and Garrosh are looking like fools with their pants on the ground. So 14 versus 12. We got the devastating charge, the giant killer, the quick silver coming on out. I forgot to mention we also had the blinding speed here. We have that's the stuff, and finally Shikuchi. And this is going to be really big. That's the stuff. Especially with all the damage he's dealing, he'll just basically pop up real fast. 5-man in the mid lane. They need to get themselves a fight here because they're going to be fighting 16 versus 13 in this Taco Team 2+2 game. And Taco Team does not want to be fighting 16 versus 13. It's better to take the fight now if they can and force the fight than just try to get back in this game, in the sense they'd be better off not waiting for 16. They need to hit him hard and hit him fast, get a kill, and be able to try and get some advantage there. Red being cheeky, and in the top lane, Marl will be able to walk on out. Top lane has been taken, 16 will be picked up, and they've missed their window of opportunity. Taco Team is looking like they're running out of some tacos here because they did not know what to do, aren't really accomplishing anything, and then grouped up as a 5-man. They're not soaking all the lanes. They're not looking for the fight. And now they can't even fight for these bruisers, but they're looking for it still. There's the Sun. McNulty obliterating Garrosh. The ring comes out and it's not going to matter, but they get the kill onto Falstad, and they're looking for more. Draco looking to get some Samuro, but it's a trade 1-for-1. Better than they could have ever hoped for, but Janus still goes down. Maul Brian might be next up. The Curse Bullet does connect, going to dissuade McNulty from continuing his diabolic aggression against Arthas. So that fight went better than they could have hoped for, but it was still a very risky play. I mean, they got a kill, but they walk away with 2 deaths there. And I mean, we just see an absolute obliteration on Garrosh. He just basically gets ass blasted to another dimension. And so we got this decay. We're going to see it pressuring bottom, which is, the best lane to pressure with the DK in general. And they have a decent wave here. And if they overstay their welcome, they can get caught out. There's the charge from the DK. Not going to do much of anything. We'll see how quickly they can chunk this down. They do have a Jan. There's the Thron to McNulty, but he does have the Q to walk right through the gate onto Marl. There's another follow-up Q as he does have the domination reset. And he is not going to pick up anything else, though. This DK is still pretty healthy. Heroics are all going to be online very shortly for both teams, except for the taunt. Dragon Knight getting the punt. There's the stun, and Marl is out of position, and he has been tossed to safety. The Ring of Frost connecting on 3. The Gusto trying to save him. Marl is in the thick of things. The stasis will land. Marl has triggered it, and now 2+2 is triggered as well, because they are looking for kills, and they are looking to potentially end this game because they got themselves 3 kills. Now this is a march onto the core as 5 members take this. Let's go back and watch this. So, we got... didn't want to replay switch. Alright, so never mind. The game over. No way to defend that core. 16 versus 15, and a very quick and easy win. Well, not necessarily easy, but a fairly quick win, I'd say, on the side of 2+2. I mean, that was a game time of 0 seconds, guys. A 0-second game happened. We literally are time traveling adventurers now. So, all right. We'll be getting a game 2 set up here really shortly. Let's get the replays up and going. Um, for whatever reason, replay buffer is messing up. Messing up. Not what I like to see. Need to fix that up again. All right. So sit tight. We'll be right back for game number 2. And Taco Team didn't look too shabby there. I mean, they haven't won a series, but they actually didn't look as bad as you would look at the board of 0, 1, and 7. Like they opened up very well, but then they kind of gave up kills, and those kills created a snowball against them, as you can tell from 10 to 4, and then an 18 to 15 situation at the end of that game. So sit on tight, and we'll be right back. There, and finally, Fury of the Sun